Hey guys, John from SurfFX, and we're having a look at the new 2024 Loft Pro. So this replaces the Nova Lightwind in the range. It is their Lightwind specific wing. They didn't just take the Nova Lightwind and make it white. They actually did a lot of different stuff to this wing. It's not far off a full ground up new wing. Number one, okay, materials used. They used N45, which is a new material they use on the strut and leading edge, which is stiffer and lighter than the previous stuff. And then they use a North specific high tensile ripstop on the canopy itself, and that gives you a little bit lighter feel, but it's a bit more durable fabric because, you know, they're figuring out pretty quick that these are not like kites. They do not spend all their time 20 meters in the air. They spend most of their time just above or in the water. So these new materials that you see coming through from the bigger brands like North are pretty amazing, and they're just really, yeah, it's all, you know, they have the capacity to do it. These big brands can really just pull from the archives. I mean, like North is North Sails, like North Yachting, North America's Cup, like, you know, they got big dollars behind them. They can do this stuff. So with this N45 on the strut and leading edge, you get a stiffer wing, which is great because these are big. These are like 7 and 8 meters, so you want it as stiff as possible. Having that stiffness meant that they could take some leading edge diameter out, so it's a thinner profile. It's faster, a little bit less material, a bit lighter again, but really it's that whole, a Mack truck with a big blocky front end is not as smooth through the air as a Ferrari, so getting a little bit narrower is a little bit easier. With these Lightwind specific wings, they really have quite a, it's kind of pushing, it's leaning on a board, but they've got a really deep profile here. So what that does, that just kind of, it just lets the wing bag out in the middle. That's your center of effort. They've really focused on that with, the handle position and where it is, so it's very easy to plane through a jibe one-handed comfortably. So this is not the wing that you're going to get a quiver of. You're going to get one of these. You're going to get a 7 meter or an 8 meter, and that's it, because they're not high wind. This is your light wind machine to go out in super light conditions, and you get up and go. They're pretty amazing. I've taken the 7 out myself with a big foil, and it was virtually ripples, and you could get going. It was pretty nuts. To get them even lighter, if you want, you can replace these handles. They have a carbon optional handle to get even more weight out of it, so pretty cool. That new material, yeah, it's white. It's very, very nice to deal with. It's just got a good feel to it. So that stiffness you get when you want to pump it translates to more power. That stiffness really translates to more power. And having the wingtip profile that kind of wraps around lets you have a fairly big wing without too much wingtip drag. If it was more elongated, I'm pretty tall, but if you're not tall, you would have some struggles if this was pointy. But you don't need to be tall when they're squared off like this. When they square them off, you can get the draft shifting around in it a lot more. So that's a big focus of this wing, was to keep it up front where it locks in. And you can see, so the back end is looser. You got a looser leach line. The air basically exhausts out the wingtips. But up front, while I'm moving it, the front section's not moving very much, so there's a lot of tension there, and that is the shape where the maximum draft is, keeping the the comfort and center of effort of the power locked in right there, so it's nice and easy. I was going to talk about the front handle, but I can't turn this. The front handle on this is awesome, but I don't have enough room in here to flip it up and show you. So here's a little picture, but it's fantastic. It's got a great bumper, and it's a nice grip, and you can control the wing quite well from the front handle. Okay, James, sit down and drink your beer, buddy. Hey guys, John from SurfFX, and we're having a look at the new 2024 Loft Pro.